Alright crew, we're going to get ready. This is the unboxing review. Jet.com. I just ordered a lighting kit. It is a video photo softbox that has the umbrella photography kit. I've noticed I've had some errors in my chroma keying. If you're encountering these type of errors, they're minute errors. But I tell you, even the smallest fly can ruin any motherfucking soup. So we've got to get these out. I'm going to try to find out how this lighting, I've got a green screen here. We're going to figure all that out in this video. This is a umbrella photography kit muslin by Lusana Studio. Lusana Studio. And a muslin, for those of you who don't know, is a light cotton fabric or weave that is I guess a drapery. But what we're going to do is we're going to open this here box and we're going to show you what's inside, and you actually get to see some of the processes that we go to make this shit work. So sit tight. Alright crew, the first step is to open the box and get the hardware out. As you can see, these little black lines behind me, these specks on the screen, is what we're trying to mitigate using this equipment. As you can see, it comes with 3 muslins, a green one, a white one, and a black one. These are all your light bulbs, your shades, your spotlights, tripods, clamps, and rigging. You can see how chroma key mirrors off of that. It's pretty fascinating stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to look in these boxes. Like I said, all of this shit I got for under $100. You'll pull these out and you'll get these neat little CFL bulbs, compact fluorescent lights. Now I want you to go in and open these white boxes. Take them out of the wrap. These are your tripods. You're going to use these stands right here to hook up your light bulbs. We're going to go into that next. All right. So what you're going to want to do is undo this package, and you'll see this light bulb here. It's got a clamp on it. You got 3 different adjustments. You put it on here and you just twist it like so. You want to make sure that it's on there securely and that it's squared away. Now we're doing the white ones first. You reach in here and you get this thing that looks kind of like a parasol. You open it up and you stuff it down the hole. Then you get the back, and the back here goes in the hole, and it's got this Velcro that kind of hooks up on there, and then you've got the zipper at the bottom. What you want to do is put that light in there through the zipper. And go ahead and situate your situation.
Now remember that these lights are key in balancing out your waveforms. It takes a little bit of time to set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount the other light bulb. Go through the same motions here. What this light's supposed to do is diffuse the wave, the photons coming out. And there you see we broke one of the sticks. One of the sticks broke off of this thing, so you'd better be careful with it. I mean, it will break easy. I'm not entirely sure I've got it on there right, but as far as operational perspective, that is kosher. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to want to get in here, get over here to this rigging. These big old poles right here. You can get 4 poles. These are a little confusing. And as you're going to see, I rigged these poles up in a special way to make sure that they worked. And with a little slight adjustments, you could get it squared away. First, set up your stand. And then we'll go from there. All right. Get this 5 16th inch bit. And put this in here. Okay, so basically what I have here is a common power drill. I've got the 1/2 inch bit, and what I've done is I'm linking all the poles together here, and we're drilling holes in here so that these holes will fit with the stands. So instead of having these bars that are bent up, we're linking all the bars together. It can be a little tricky. Just go ahead and screw your holes in here, but don't let the drill get caught up in your clothes or your hair. If it does, you want to go ahead and put it in reverse. That is a hazard that you may encounter during setting up this option. So now we have the poles linked together. And we're going to finish up with the mount. All right. Now what you want to do is you want to take your bar inside. You see we've got this big bar that stretches across. Make sure that your nuts are securely fashioned, and you can slowly start working the bar up. Now, like I said, I'm not entirely sure this is how they had the manufacturer recommended, but this is how it's being done in the lab. We didn't get any manual, but sometimes the best projects are done without manuals. So there you go. You're not going to get a whole lot of room. I'm about 6'2". And you see it'll about clear my head, but it depends on what you're doing. You probably don't need that much room, depending on if you're doing a smaller level operation. But what we're going to do is now that we've got the rigging up, let's throw this green screen up here and show you guys what's going on with the current lighting setup and how we're actually going to make an improvement on that.
All right, crew. Now, what this package did not include is clamps. I don't happen to have any clamps. I've got one clamp here. Right now as I have it set up, I don't need the clamps. Obviously, I don't think I put this rigging together right, but I think it's gonna hold up. This is the muslin right here, and what we're gonna do next is we're gonna show you how to you'll spot wrinkles here. There's some pretty unusual wrinkling features here. There's a bug on the screen. There's a couple of other things. And little specks here. And you gotta, all those things, if you're really shooting in high definition, I'm fixing to show you what happens, why I've gone to the lengths I've gone to get this shit, and we're actually going to see if it works. You guys are fixing to see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a forecast running my current setup, which is just basically a 60-watt bulb with the standard house lighting. We got a window here. Apparently, there is such a thing called waves. And like this bow echo here that we've got coming out near Louisiana, waves move across light, photons, sound waves, and they come to you in wavelength. So basically what we have here though is shadows. I'm new to this, and you guys are going to get to come along with me, but these are reflecting waves. These are reflected and transduced into pixels. Transducing is converting all of this into electrical signal. It's being transduced into the image, and basically this is what our current result is, and I'm sure that you may be able to see some fine mistakes here.
Now, during the production of this video, which is quite long, we're going to go over some beginner mistakes that you may encounter during your quest. On moving the rigging in the muslin, something fell off, and we got some white stuff on the screen. Now, if this happens, it can affect your on-screen stuff. But as you can see, this white stuff here My recommendation for you is just to kind of beat it off, and it'll be all right. You just kind of got to get over there and make sure that it's not displaying, because when you're dealing with chroma keying, all of that stuff has to be flush. It all has to be perfect in terms of the waves, the balancing of the waves. So yeah, just shake that off. It's not that big of a deal, but you got to make sure that it's clean. Now let's go ahead and set up some lights. We're going to see if this light work improves the quality of the broadcast. So as you can see, it can get a little crowded. You will need a 6-way and an extension cord.
All right, guys, let's run this same weather picture with the new lights. One doesn't seem to be working. Upon examination of this CFL bulb, I plugged it in and it wasn't turning on the switch. What I found is you gotta be careful. Just turn it in a little bit more. And then there it goes. There's no guarantee that this card and the setting that I'm working with goes, but based on some of the research I've read and word on the street is, you've got to make this background bright. All right, you want this green part lights illuminate this, and you want these lights to shine you up. All right, and you want the angles of the shadows. You see how the shadows, angles, shadows start showing up? Well, when you put light on different sides, all the shadows cover up and it all comes back perpendicular to the rays, to the angles, and such. There's no shadow. Supposedly, in theory. All right, guys, here we go. Can you see the weather? Can you see the picture? Is the stuff really working? Well, let's go to the scope to find out.
All right, guys and gals. So we fire up the V-scope and the app has crashed. We're using the V-scope live program on an iPhone 5S. So here we go. Let's go try to fire this thing back up again. Looks like we're going to have to go down here and fool with some settings, you know. Make sure all the settings are toggled up, because this app is supposed to scan your waveforms and tell you a proper setting to, you know, scan your screen. So here we are. This is what you get. And you see these fish here on the screen. Now this color is supposed to map your green screen, and the picture quality is supposed to come through. So basically what you got to do here is you got to put a white card in front of the screen. So in this case, you might find yourself wandering around the room trying to find you a white card, in which case we're going to hold it up this program is supposed to tell us what we need to do with the screen in order to get it working. Here you go. It's trying to create a contrast map. But at this point, I'm actually starting to get pretty pissed off with the program. We've got a bunch of jellyfish and stars over here, but it's not a whole bunch of it's a bunch of bullshit. So you basically got a white glove waving around and the program is done. Basically what we've got is a dead bird here. I do not recommend the V-Scope Live recorder. It was a piece of shit, and I could not get it to do what I thought it was supposed to do. But anyway, back to our original broadcast. Using the V-Scope Live, there's no guarantee that this card and the setting that I'm working with goes. But based on some of the research I've read and word on the street is, you've got to make this background bright. All right, you want this green part lights illuminate this, and you want these lights to shine you up. All right, and you want the angles of the shadows. You see how the shadows start showing up? Well, when you put light on different sides, all the shadows cover up and it all comes back perpendicular to the rays, to the angles and such. There's no shadow. Supposedly, in theory. That's what we're going to work through. Like I said, guys, this is the Lusana Labs. I'm going to explain to you the motherfucker of the whole schlemiel. When you draw them in like this, it's like they all up in your grill. Like literally, we get one there, and we'll get one there. And it's hanging. So, something, maybe I'm just new to this, but this is the new motherfucker's guide to doing this shit. So, superstar. All right, we've got this fucking chair. We're gonna have to prop this chair. Use this chair to prop this thing up here. It keeps falling over. I think that the key is gonna be in making this son of a bitch glow. But here we get the McPlug, and then, oh, you see how it's staggering over. That's why I need it like right there. And pay attention to these little minor defects. You know, it's not like a lot of these people show you. There's these little fucking specks, man. Little fucking specks that get up in there, and these fucking wrinkles and bulges. And there's a lot of bugs that got to be ironed out in this shit. And you're fixing to find out with me
what exactly it takes to make these things tick. Because this is a motherfucker right here. All right. Now let's see where we're at. All right, crew, we're back again. If you noticed, we used the V-scope reader. We're not using that. By the time this production's finished, we may have another one, but we decided that we're going to invest in an iron. This is a true living essential iron. This should be what we need to get this mission done. All right, cut it off. So there's actually a little bit of magic to this, you know, you got to use devices and liquids and measuring cups and electrons, waveforms and shit. It's a little trippy. There's more than meets the eye, and that's where I'm coming to figure it out. Almost a little much. That motherfucker fired up, boy. Dude, I don't think it's working. Get steady here on this. Shit, I think it is working. I don't know. Get right here on this crease. See if you can get it from the side where you see the shadow. Yeah, get close to it.
I am pretty close.
Get that wrinkle right there.
Right
See
here?
that ugly wrinkle?
Yeah, right
Right
here.
fucking here. Looks like a wave.
Oh, yeah, I see. We'll pick that up in a minute.
Keep it on. Is it going away?
Yeah. That's gone away. You don't have
Should I
to.
turn it on higher?
No. Try to get this one out. This one's really ugly. You can
Yeah.
definitely tell.
Yeah, cut it off and then go back. Did it do anything?
Yeah.
I just wonder if it's really working or not.
It is working. Like, look. You can't even really tell anymore. That was there. Oh, that's not how it works.
It should burn the.
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you. You're doing it wrong.
Damn, it's just burning it, dude. Is it burning it?
Don't do it on there.
Man, what a piece of shit.
Give it here. You're not doing it right.
Here, you can iron, can't you?
All right, guys, here we are. This is after ironing this motherfucking muslin for about an hour and a half. If this don't work, we're going to need to do something else. Now, I want you to take a close look, all right? Look for any black specks or pixels that are offset. We're shooting for this look. If you like this look, then we're in business, baby.